Hi guys, and welcome back to Shit Gaming. We are back in action with a 1,000 point bat rep today, and it's the Death Guard. It's the Phobos inspired Raven Guard. And a 1,000 points mission that will be beyond epic. 1,000 points of Shit Gaming's new Death Guard army. The plague company of the decaying harvest, which is being led by Lord of Contagion, who has the enhancement for the deadly pathogen, giving him +1 strength and attack in melee, and if he's on an objective that he controls that's infected, it becomes +2 strength and attack in melee. And he gives Blight Lords 5 Blight Lords, reroll the hit roll. And I get Contagion range. Contagions give me sticky objectives, but that's not what Contagions do. Contagions I get 3 inches, 6 inches, 9 inches in turn 1, 2, and 3, and I -1 toughness to my enemy army, and I can also pick another buff that I'll tell you about later. Also in the army, I have a Tallyman, and he can give me CP back. He's going to be a lone Tallyman today, just hiding in the back for 45 points, racking me up some sweet CP. I have Typhus on the right, and he's amazing at 100 points, 3 damage melee. He can throw out mortal wounds, and he buffs Poxwalkers in the sense that he can bring them back. And they have 5 Inferno Pains, and I have 20 GSC recently converted to the Pox. So they're walking around with Typhus today. I also have in the center a Plague Champion with the Icon Bearer, and he is going with 7 Plague Marines, and the Bolgrin Ogrin is going to be the Plague Marine with a Blight Launcher, and everybody else has Plague Knives apart from the Sergeant, who has a Power Fist. We'll be riding in a Death Guard Rhino. Moving on, we have 5 Blight Launchers, and they're just all armed with accursed weapons and combi bolters as well. Bloat Drone, floated Bloat Drone with double Plague Spewer, anti-infantry 2+, very spicy there, and that's some nasty anti-infantry shots. And we have some fireworks in the background, and that is 1,000 points of Death Guard. And one thing to mention, the Icon Bearer has the enhancement for the -2 move, which is on the screen now, on his Plague Marine squad, if they charge. So it's -2 to their move. And that's 1,000 points of Death Guard, and it's really exciting. It's the first time the debut in Shit Gaming, and we're going to see what they're going to do against the Astartes.
So here we've got 990 points of Raven Guard, Stormspear Vanguard detachment, and we've got 4 characters with us today. On the far right hand side, we've got the Terminator Librarian. He's going to be joining a squad of Terminators at the back, and crucially he's going to be taking an enhancement, the Blade Driven Deep, which is very interesting at least, and essentially gives his unit infiltrators so they can start up the board. Next to him we've got the Captain, the Warlord for today. He is leading the force, and he is getting the Ghostweave Cloak, which is going to give him Lone Operative and Stealth. So he's going to be just flying around doing some shenanigans. The 2 Phobos characters on the right, the Phobos Lieutenant with Combi Weapon, also with Infiltrate, also with Lone Op, and on the left the Phobos Librarian joining a unit of Infiltrators, also giving those guys Lone Op. So there's not going to be a lot of shooting me, is the idea.
Fair enough, but I'm going to be within contagion range to kill you anyway. And also, may I ask that these models look absolutely awesome. Shout out to my brother for making these happen. This is a really cool model. The newest by GW, who's Lieutenant Phobos, getting ready to absolutely murk on the battlefield. And the rest of the force today is 5 Intercessors, 2 units of 5 Infiltrators, and 5 Astartes Terminators.
Backing them up, a Gladiator Valiant.
Armed with
Twin Las Talon and double multi-metal.
And that's 1,000 points of the Phobos with some cool enhancements, and you get -1 to hit and cover if you're over 12 inches away. It's the sneaky Astartes fighting against the Walking Blade. The Death Guard select -1 armor save against the Astartes as they look to rot away the armor of the Imperium. As we now go to the mission, the deployment, and the battle in an epic 1,000 point game on the newest camera in Shit Gaming. As the sound of guns rains down in the background, the primary mission today is Purge the Foe. In the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th battle round, at the end of each command phase, the players whose turn it is scores 4 victory points if they control 1 or more objective markers, and an extra 4 victory points if they control more objective markers than their opponent controls. In the 5th battle round, the player who has the first turn scores victory points as described above. The player who has the second turn scores victory points as described above, but does so at the end of their turn instead at the end of their command phase. In every battle round, as the battle heats up at the end of the battle round, each player scores 4 victory points if 1 or more enemy units were destroyed that battle round, and an extra 4 victory points if more enemy units than friendly units were destroyed that battle round. And now we go to the deployment, as the battle is about to begin. The board has been set up by Massoir. It is a masterpiece. There's many imperial buildings. You can see it's a network, a maze of city works and ruins.
It's a death.
As the plague has come and they've caught the COVID virus. And it was the Death Guard, they're responsible. As they're playing on the debut Shed Gaming channel. Welcome, and I hope you guys enjoy. This is the terrain. Buildings getting obscured. If you shoot through the trees, you're a fool because it will give them cover. There's 5 objectives. It's going to be the Death Guard on the debut against the Astartes with the Phobos. And we're ready to go. And if you spot this Tower Fire Warrior, you may win something epic. As we get ready now for the deployment, so get ready. And deployment, we have the Death Guard's deployment. It's pretty simple. We have Typhus, the Poxwalkers, the Blight Lords, and the Lord of Contagion off the board. So we have the Tallyman behind the building with the floated bloat drone, and all the Plague Marines with the Icon Bearer inside the Rhino. And that's the Death Guard's deployment. As we move over the battlefield, the epic battlefield, we have some Phobos infiltrating on that objective. We have some more Phobos and some Terminators you can infiltrate because of the enhancement on the Librarian in Terminator armor, which is very cool. And we have the tank behind the building. And in the building, we have some infiltrators.
Intercessors.
Intercessors are very nice. And off the board?
Off the board, we have 1 Terminator captain.
Just a single captain.
Single Terminator captain.
As I have a single Tallyman, hopefully going to get me CP. So it's the Death Guard against the Astartes. As we now go to turn 1. Roll off, so choose your weapon. Black and reds for the Death Guard.
Blue for the Raven Guard.
Ooh, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Boom! 5, 4. Ooh. Death Guard, turn 1. Drew 3, and the 2 that I chose were Cleanse and Storm Hostile Objective. Do an action in the center and take an objective off the Astartes. It's going to be difficult in turn 1. I get a CP back in my command phase. Bang! Can the Tallyman give me another one? On a 7, he does. Show me the money. Money roll! Oh, that was not the money start I needed for the Death Guard. But we continue and we persevere. And that is the end of the command phase. We have our contagion range. It's 3 inches in turn 1. We've chosen to minus the AP. Now push into Death Guard turn 1 movement phase. And we'll see how much damage we can inflict on the Astartes or how much ball control we can achieve. Death Guard turn, that objective is now sticky. And that's the end of Death Guard turn 1. As we are being cagey, we're sitting back, we're waiting for the plague to arrive. We have Blight Lords, Poxwalkers, and Typhus to bring down. And we're going to let the Astartes play their cards first. As we push down to Astartes turn 1, we're discarding one of our cards, getting a CP back. No primary points to declare it, as it's still turn 1. Nothing was killed, so no primary there. As we now see what happens to the Raven Guard turn 1. Investigate sequence, deploy teleport home of Astartes cards in turn 1, Raven Guard. They're the ones they chose to keep. Command phase, nothing is battle shocked. You get no primary points. You have your secondary cards. You're going to oaths. In the command phase for the Astartes on turn 1, they pick the Rhino to be oathed.
And we spent a CP before we move the infiltrators from this objective to make this objective sabotage. So it's a sticky objective, and it's going to do some walls each time the Death Guard move onto it.
D3.
So, kind of nice. Intercessors make this objective sticky as well.
Very nice. End of Astartes turn 1 movement phase. They have pushed up the intercessors onto the center. They have assault weapons so they can advance and do deploy teleport homers. We have the other infiltrators pushing out, holding the objective down, and then the tanks at the back are going to do investigate signals as the Terminators hold their position behind the building. So now the shooting phase starts. We have 1 assault cannon from the Terminators.
Into the Rhino.
On 3s with rerolls. Oaths. Thank God. Thank God for the oaths.
Oh. Go. Oh.
One more. And 2 wounds. 2 up saves. Takes 3 damage. Taken 3 damage.
And in the shoot phase,
deploying teleport
homer.
And then investigating signals.
Exactly.
So getting 5 points for secondary as we're dropping tape measures. And we're dropping the balls. The Death Guard need to come out of their shadows and do some damage in turn 2. As the scores on the door as we push down to Death Guard turn 2. Air denial overwhelming force as we contagion range is extended to 6 inches in turn 2. Battle shocks, nothing is battle shocked. We heal a wound on the Rhino, so he's lost 2. We get 4 points of primary. We're going to bring in some things. We're going to show down our power. And we're going to hopefully contage and decay the Astartes. Tallyman! Yes! I'm on 5 CP! I have all the CP! This is pretty cool because I have cool stratagems, so we'll see what happens in Death Guard. Turn 2. End of an epic Death Guard movement phase. We have done some things. We had the Icon Bearer's Contagion ability. So within 12-inch aura of Contagion is basically an entire front line of units in that kind of bubble. And then we have the Blight Lords deep striking down behind the Plague Marines to reinforce with the drone pushing up and the Rhino on the right. And we bring in Typhus with his Poxwalkers on the right flank, ready to come up and crump as we have 5 CP. And we're going to do some damage. In Death Guard turn. So the ambush. And the war has just about to be started. So we're going to start in the shooting phase with Typhus. And he has an ability which is really cool. Let's see what happens. Boom! No, he rolls a 1. I knew he was going to roll a 1. It means he takes D3 mortals on the unit and takes 2 mortals, kill 2 Poxwalkers, 5 Philippanes, kills 2 Poxwalkers. For flick's sake, that was the worst start. I knew I was going to roll a 1 there. We continue. We go into the shooting phase now. We're going to have the bloke drone. He's going to go everything into those intercessors. And I'm ignoring your cover. And it's AP 1, and I'm reducing your armor save because I'm within contagion range, and I'm reducing your toughness. 6, first one, slow rolling. For 3.
Is this 2 damage?
And 6, so anti-infantry 2+. Death Guard can kill infantry. Oh, okay, 2 1s. Nice. Alright, so I'm reducing your armor save in contagion range, and it's AP 1, ignore cover, so you have 5+ saves. 5 ups, 1 damage. Flame. Whoa! Only 1 Space Marine dies. You roll like a beast. Rhino's going to fire everything into the intercessor, starting with the Havoc Launcher and its blast, but there's only 4 left. D6 for 2, hitting on 3+. 5, and you're -1 toughness here, so T3, so 3 to wound. Yes! T0, but you're reducing a save, so you have a 4 up, and you have cover, so it's back to a 3 up. Nice. Nice. Combi weapon, 2 shots. This hits on 4s though. 1 hit, wounding on a 3. Death wounds on a 4. Playing Death wound finally as we finish off. 4 shots, lethal hits on 3s. Big bolters! Nope, wounding on 3s. 1 wound. 3 up or death. Nail it. All the Blight Lords are going to pour everything into this Intercessor squad. The Blight Lords are going to finish this off and hopefully pour everything into these Intercessors and wipe them, fingers crossed. Spending 2 CP as the battle rages down on ignoring cover, and because I'm in contagion range, and also getting an extra AP. So there's AP 1 ignore cover with the Blight Lords. Hitting on 3s, reroll on 1s to wound, and lethal hits. Death Guard! Death Guard! Few 1s, few lethal. Wounding you on 3s here, because strength 4, muscle toughness is T3. Rerolling 1s because the closest eligible, a couple more 2s. Intercessors have a bunch of wounds to take, 5 up saves from the Blight Lords. Can he make it? Epic music. That was not. Oh, it makes 4. After all of that, you have 1 Intercessor left on a wound, which means I'm not going to get Areas of Denial or Overwhelming Force, which is no point secondary for me on turn 2, which is huge. Unless there's any other way I can conjure up and kill you. At the end of Death Guard turn 2, we get 3 points Area Denial with a Discarding. At the end of the fight phase, these 2 Phobos units are going to go off the board for the CP.
2 Phobos units, put them into strategic reserve, as long as they're 3 inches away from enemies. It's really strong. So this whole flank is just going to get lifted up.
Nice, and we get 3 points Area Denial. We Discarding Overwhelming Force for CP, push down to Astartes turn 2. Alright, so Astartes turn 2, the Terminator is holding it down as the Phobos teleported away. Your cards are a tempting target and overwhelming force as you look to take the objective off the center of the Plague Marines and do some damage. In command phase, your battle shock, you failed the battle shock on the center on the Intercessor. And not only that, but you are holding more as you got sticky objectives on this objective, so you get 8 for primary. And I didn't kill a unit, not only that, but you have battle shocks which you failed, but also who you oathing. Oathing the Plague Marines, as that is the end of the command phase, starting the movement phase for the Astartes on turn 2. Phase, you've pushed these Terminators forward, you're still within contagion range because the Icon Bearer. I'm overwatching for a CP with the Plague Spewer. Roll, first one gets D6 hits for 3, and then 6 again. CP reroll that for slow roll. For 4. Anti-infantry 2+. Bam, everything. Alright, nice. So you're within contagion range, so I'm reducing your armor save. So you have a 3-up armor save, and it's AP 1, ignore cover, but you armor contempted for a CP, so you have 3 ups. Oh!
2 dead.
Terminator falls and 1 is on a wound as you continue your movement phase in Astartes Raven Guard turn 2. End of Astartes turn 2 movement phase. The Raven Guard are pushing up. In the command phase, the Oaths of Moment.
The Plague Marines at the front, so we're going to try and clear them off this central objective to win. So this objective moved over. The Terminator's pushed through the middle, maybe going to make a long bomb charge with the Gladiator moving around. We've got on 1 unit of Phobos and the Phobos Lieutenant with combi weapon over here.
And the Terminator Captain come out deep strike to try and make a charge into the Baron shooting into the Death Guard. Will they survive? Oh. One shot. Spend a CP for -1 to hit Cloud of Flies, and you can reroll Cover Oaths. Plague Marines for another one. Ooh, 4. And gets the wound roll with the 3. AB2, cover. Yeah! Hazardous! Ooh. Rest of the Phobos. Into the Plague Marines. It's -1 to hit. Rerolling because of Oaths. Not bad.
Okay.
Baron gives them lethals as you're wounding on 5s. No lethals.
I can't stop playing 9th edition.
Wounding the Plague Marines on 5s. One. That wasn't bad.
Not bad.
B0. 3 ups. Bam!
Loves it.
Toughness, resilient. Disgustingly
They're
resilient.
pretty junky.
As we move next to the...
Next we'll go with the lieutenant on that objective at the back with his combi weapon. He's going to take a
Dev
pot
wounds on
shot.
4 plus.
Hit.
It hits. -1 to hit as well. Got it.
Wound.
And needs a 4. Here he gets immortal. Plague Marine with the Blight Launcher, who is the Bullgrin, takes a damage.
Okay.
Now the Terminator's firing.
Gonna light everything up into those.
Plague Marines. Cloud of Flies, -1 to hit. Librarian.
Smite supercharge!
Oh.
2 shots!
Okay.
Excellent. No, you always get decent.
-1 to hit. It's 2 hits.
2 hits. Die!
1 wound.
1 wound.
5 up. Wow! That was an illusion!
Is dead.
The Chaos
Hazardous
Bullgrin
check.
Fools.
Hazardous check. It's fine.
Cannon coming in. -1 to hit. Reroll
Okay.
because of Oaths.
Good job.
Nice job.
Good job.
He's to wound with Dev Wounds. AP0.
Dev wounds. Let's go.
Oh, mamma mia. And he makes a save. Oh! 1 died, 1 takes a wound, as he has
Got my
sustained as
sustain.
well because of the Librarian.
Because the librarian.
You light up the shots into the Plague Marines. 5 are left with the Icon Bearer. On 4s.
Nice.
With Oaths.
And sustained.
Sustained is nice.
I
Oaths!
listen to do business here.
2 sustained though.
Wow.
Jillian hits into the Plague Marines, wounding on 5s. 5 to wound. Hallelujah. Okay. 8 wounds come through into the Plague Marines. We have lost 2 already. Come on, brothers! Tank it like Death Guard! Okay, we failed 2 more. Which kills another 5 left, including the Icon Bearer. As you bear
Focus
down
on the trees, fire down into my Death Guard. Don't kill me,
One to
please.
hit with Oath, so it's really nice.
Yeah, a little better.
Wounding on 5.
Tough old boys.
Death Guard!
Die.
Saves. Death Guard! Oh,
This is bolt rifle.
from the Battleship Boy. 4 Plague Marines there. Traitor. Haha!
No hits so far.
Oath!
But oaths.
Nothing.
1 hit.
5 to wound.
Captain shooting using the timer.
5 to wound.
Die.
Yep. Galley man. Final piece of the puzzle. The Gladiator tank. Multi-melters into the Plague Marines and everything else that can reach into the drone. 4 shots, multi-melters into the drone.
Into the Plague Marines.
Multi-misses. Hitting on 4s. Nice one to hit. Out of 5s. Block your vision. Oh, that's pretty good. Oaths. Yes. 2 hits, wounding on 3s. 3, 2, 1. Oh, 1. 6 ups to save me. Woo.
Don't roll a 1.
He rolls a 1. Plague Marines dying on the point. There's still OC3 at the drone.
Last cannon.
2 last cannon shots.
Bam. I'm hitting on 2s because the closest.
No, it's the Rhino. Rhino's the closest, so it's hitting on 3s.
Camouflage there in green.
T9.
Yeah.
Have it invulnerable save. Make it. Oh, fail it. D6 plus 1 damage.
Go.
6 damage. Oof.
Drone's down to 4 wounds remaining.
Because none of it works so far this game is you have a missile launcher.
Icarus shots.
Icarus rocket.
Let us go. Oh. That's not bad.
Nice. 2s to wound.
Dream's alive.
Dream is alive.
2's a wound.
Trips. With cover. Making both. On 4. Stands tall for now.
That's all for now.
On 4 wounds, that concludes the shooting phase for the Astartes. Now the charge phase begins. We have
Charge phase beginneth.
the Terminators.
Terminators.
Charging.
These guys have some shenanigans.
-2 to the charge on that unit because of his upgrade.
Is it every time if they're in engagement range, does it still work?
It's just -2 to the charge.
They made an 8-inch charge with the
They
Terminators.
didn't make the
charge. Shamble Rock couldn't protect the Death Guard on the center with the Plague Marines as you made an 8 and you needed an 8 and that was crucial. And now the Terminators have made the charge in the charge phase.
I'm making other charges.
Okay.
Terminator Captain is coming into the Tallyman. He needs a 9. Big roll.
Let's go.
Oh, unlucky. Built-in reroll charges.
Let's go. Oh, let's go.
Dying where Maz with the Terminators. Terminators, pick them as the Oath targets. They hit on 2s and rerolling. You've got Power Fist, 9 attacks. Hitting on 2s, rerolling into my Plague Marines, the Decaying Hive. Oh no. 11 hits with sustained, wounding on 3s. Ooh.
Punch.
Okay, maybe not.
Okay.
Ups.
Wow.
Whoa! Gambara stands his ground.
So with 4 attacks on 2s with rerolls. Doesn't need it. 5s to 4s to wound.
Okay.
5 up saves on Icon Bearer boy. Oh, he's a beast! The librarian steps forward. Can he slay the last plague marine on the point? The character stands against each other.
Death to the traitor.
Stand, brother! Everything hits.
Okay, no, the 2 misses.
Oh, you reroll though. Oh, it's
6.
Still misses.
Still misses. So 3.
3's to wound. Yes!
Oh no.
5 up!
AP1.
Oh!
He takes-
3 damage. Oh, D3 damage. 2 damage.
damage.
Icon Bearer lives like a boss.
Terminator kind of whiffed.
They kind of whiffed. They killed the plague marines though. But you didn't wipe out the unit. No, you did kill the
I
unit of
killed a
plague
unit.
marines. Very nice. And I fight back. 4 attacks back. I hit you on 3s. With lethals. Woo! 2 lethals. Wounding you on a 3 here. -1 to wound. Boom. 3 wounds. -1 armor save. 3 ups. On the Terminators. Oh! Come on, get him! Oh, he tanks. Finish your turn. And you get 5 points for attempting target and 3 points for overwhelming force.
Yes, sir.
Push down to Death Guard turn. Stronghold behind enemy lines. I spent a CP to get behind enemy lines and I burned it, even after getting 3 cards to choose. Contagion range turn 3 extended to 9 inches as we push through and hopefully overwhelm these space marines in the center. For battle shock, the drone needed a battle shock test but passed it off camera and the character. As we push down to the movement phase for Death Guard on turn 3 and we get 4 points for primary. End of the movement phase, we're pushing up. The Blight Lord's going to take the Terminators off the center. We have a CP, we're pushing over here, going to kill the Terminator Captain, and we're also going to try and wipe out their lone Intercessor and just get kill more and try to do a lot of damage and hopefully get some points for the Death Guard on turn 3. Starting with the shooting phase now begins. We're going to fire, flame drone, everything into the Captain. 3 strap armor contempt. I'm within contagion range, so you're minus an armor save as well. AP1, ignore cover. Got a CP to get an extra AP, ignoring your armor contempt. Oh! Anti-infantry 2+.
1s.
Nope. Let's say 2 1s. 3 1s. 4 1s! In contagion range, ignoring your armor save, and so it's a 3 up to a 4 up, and you're ignoring your armor contempt because they've got an extra AP.
Let's go! Oh, I die.
Oh my god! Takes 5 damage. Gonna CP reroll. Fails it.
Nice.
Ooh, that's what we get for something's taken out. I finally kill something. I finally kill the unit. Oh, the drone's amazing. Wiped out. And now we have the Blight Lords. We're gonna start with the Blight Lords. No, we're gonna start with the tank. He's gonna fire everything into this Intercessor. Have a launcher. D6 blast for 4. On 3s.
You can't. You're
Hitting on 4s, wounding on 3s. 2 wounds, 2 3 up saves on that 1 lone Intercessor on the wound. He's alive. He's alive. The combi bolter hits. Misses because -1 to hit, but then I got 2 shots. 2 shots with my combi bolter. Hits on 4s, both miss. First is going to point into that tank and zap him.
1.
Yes! D6 mortals.
D6. Woof.
5 mortals. Typhus points into the tank and takes 5 damage on it. Not bad at all, my friend. As now we have the Blight Lords left to fire. As we took down your Captain and Terminator armor. We have the Terminators to deal with, and that guy's on a wound. We want to kill more. I think we need to prioritize wiping out the Terminators. So we're going to do everything from the Blight Lords into... Icon Bearer stayed in combat, so I'm going to shoot the Blight Lords. We're going to do 3 Blight Lords into the Phobos and 2 Blight Lords into that guy on 1 wound. Blight Lords into that 1 lone Intercessor. I need to kill him for kill more. It's important. I hit on 3s with lethals. Babushka. 2 lethals. This is wounding on 3s. Rerolling 1s. You're not the closest eligible. So you're looking at 5 wounds, and it's AP 0, but your 4 up saves with cover as a 3 up. So 5 3 ups. And he dies.
Oh,
It kills. We have 3 Blight Lords into those Phobos. Attack, City go 3s. Lethals! 2 lethals, this is wounding on 3s. For the contagions. And you're also minus an armor save, plus those 2s with cover. Oh, you lose 1.5.
6 ups as well.
3 6 of thunder pains, make some damage here and there with the Death Guard as that concludes the shooting phase on turn 3, and now we're just going to push it to the charge phase. And here we go. So we're starting with the Blight Lords, the charge on the Terminators. 9. Just like that, the Blight Lords make it in. So we're going to start with the Blight Lords, and they get 4 attacks each, I believe, so it's going to be 20 attacks. Revenge of this best served, Death Guard. 3s to hit with lethals, that was amazing. Moving on 3s. -1 to wound. Or -1 to your toughness. 4 ups on the Terminators. AP 2, 1 damage. Then I have a big boy coming in up.
Let's go! Looks
Pretty tanky. The Lord of Contagion is short going, oh, my Blight Lords have reroll hits in melee. 3 roll hits, but I'm gonna bring it now. Hitting on 2s. Okay, with lethals, everything hits. 1 lethal. And then winning on 2s. Ah, look at all those 1s. 3 go through, 4 ups.
Oh, I failed them all.
Yes, that's what you get. I forgot the rerolls, but I still wiped out the squad of Terminators.
My Baron is
There's another thing killed.
1 or 2 wounds.
He's on 2 wounds, he has 5, I'm pretty sure.
5.
Wow, the Lord of Contagion was showing everybody why he's the beast, and now we pilot Terminator Chaplain can fight back. Brought my character here. 4 attacks.
No more sustained because I have no
Ooh,
unit.
yeah, nice. 3 to wound.
3 to wound.
3 wounds.
3 wounds.
4 ups. Oh, he only fails 1. He's on 2 wounds. That's D3 damage. You gotta roll 1 here on the left. Thank you! Unkillable Icon Bearer hits you back. 4 attacks. Hitting you on 3s lethals. 1 lethal. 2 wound strength 4. 2 armor saves, 2 3 ups. End of Death Guard. Turn 3. We're discarding behind me lines, holding on to defend stronghold as we push down to Astartes. Turn 3, and I get 4 points for killing a unit, and hopefully 4 points for killing more. But that happens at the end of the battle. At turn 3, they got a lot of points, but they're running out of models. Cleanse and Defend Stronghold are their cards. 2 actions on center and hold their backline objective as they oaths the Blight Lords, who did a lot of damage and wiped out all of the Terminators. They're going to cleanse that objective over there with Lieutenant. They're going to try and hold on to their lead. They're running out of things, but they have hopefully some plans in turn 3 for the Astartes. He's also get 8 for primary as now the movement phase begins. Back with the Terminator dudes, I am going to Overwatch with the Blight Lords. It's going to be 20 shots on 6s. Overwatch into your dude. 6s! Lethals as well.
Wow.
Death by Overwatch, 1,000 cuts!
Go.
Oh, he lives!
Librarian!
The Librarian tanks it as the Blight Lords are left confused. Phobos, following a shield wall, fell back with the Librarian. He didn't die to the Overwatch during an action with the Lieutenant and pushing up with those Phobos with the Librarian over there, still alive, and the tank pushed up into the building.
We spent CP in the command phase to make that objective sticky, and we over the moment the Blight Lord Terminators.
4 Phobos in the center into my Death Guard Icon Bearer, who's been the GOAT. The GOAT!
This guy, but 1 dropped.
5 to wound.
Come on!
Just 2. 3 up. No! He dies, brother! He died again. Epic round of applause for the Death Guard Icon Bearer. Gladiator, everything into the Terminators in the building. Starting with multi-melters. That's pretty good. Reroll with oaths as well. Oh, 3s to wound.
3s, baby! Come on, give me all of them!
Melted strength 9. 2 wounds. That's 2 wounds.
284 invulns.
Invulnerable saves! Make him 1. One of the Blight Lords fall. No. 2-1 with the last cannons.
Last talent.
Whoa.
Moment.
2 hits. And then
Strength 10 again.
3s, baby. T6.
Oh.
Invuln. Yes! Icarus. 1 shot. Misses with an oath. Terrible. 1 Blight Lord so far.
1 Blight Lord.
Yeah, but another squad of Phobos and a Librarian as the Lieutenant did the action cleanse for 3 points. Librarian squad, everything into the Death Guard, starting with the Librarian.
Librarian.
Supercharge, overcharge, 5 shots.
He's loose.
Rerolling with oaths, very nice. 4s to wound, baby.
4s to wound, baby.
2.
2. 1 is... Yes.
3 up with the cover. Ah, fails it.
Okay, so...
2d3 damage.
First one. Skadoosh!
2 damage.
Okay, kills the guy.
The Blight Lord bites the dust.
Phobos Marines.
Hitting on 3s with oaths. 5s to wound.
Come on.
2. 3 Blight Lords get wounded by the Phobos. 2 ups. Take no damage. Move after they shoot. Shoot after they move after they shoot, and that finishes the shooting phase for the Phobos on turn 3 for the Raven Guard, and that finishes your turn.
Does indeed.
And you get 3 points for cleanse. I get 3 points for defense stronghold. You get 4 points of primary, and I get 8 points of primary as we go into Death Guard turn 4. Turn 4, this objective is now sticky as well. Secure no man's land, deploy teleport Homer for the green Death Guard defenders. Rhino heals all his wounds because he heals a wound in every command phase, and you injured him in turn 1, it's turn 4 and you did 3 damage, so he is healed. No battle shocks, we get 4 more for primary, we have our cards, I think I can get 8 for secondary. And we're going to wipe out the Space Marines on the center. Let's now begin Death Guard turn 4 movement phase. Turn 4 Death Guard, we are doing action with the tank, the Rhino. We're going to secure the no man's land, we're going to wipe out these Space Marines. We have Typhus, he's going to point at the Terminator Librarian and kill him.
Range?
Not again. Oh, it's 6.
Okay.
D3 plus 3 mortals on the 5 mortals. 5 mortals, you gotta make 4
5
ups.
4 ups, let's go!
Oh my god. And that gives me a CP in my command phase as we wipe out the Terminator Librarian in the shooting phase. My lords are gonna fire everything into these
Yes, sir.
Incassers.
Infiltrators.
Very nice. The unstoppable Blight Lords coming in.
Good, man.
Hitting on 3s.
I don't fear you.
Lethals. Wounding on minus 1 to wound, minus 1 toughness, sorry. So 3s to wound. Got 1. Rerolling 1s. Nice. Using your armor save, 4-ups, no cover. 1, so 2 die because 1 was on a wound. Charge phase, Blight Lords are charging into these infiltrators.
Yep.
Charging. Lord of Contagion, who gives them reroll hits as well, which I didn't even play.
Yes, sir.
Alright, hitting on bloody, oh my, rerolling everything to hit. Thank God. Lethals as well. So 1 lethal. 9 for your T3, so 2s.
How many 5-ups?
Almost. Merciless, merciless. We killed 2 things primary. We get Secure No Man's Land for 5, and we get 3 points of Deploy Teleporter as we push down to Astartes turn 4. And you
The
just
Vanguard, the Vanguard strike force is getting crushed.
You're running out of
We
stuff.
need backup!
Turn 4, Stormhorse objective and no prisoners. As they command phase your Oathsing the drone. You selected this objective to get rerolls to wound against if anything's on it for a friendly unit.
If I'm sunlight.
If you're close to the lieutenant, so it's a big gameplay for his Space Marine on the turn 4 as they get desperate and try to hold on to their slender lead. There's no battle shocks to take, so they get 4 more for primary. Scores on the doors as we now push to Astartes turn 4 movement. Turn 4 Astartes shooting phase, let's take it away. It's now or never. Do or die. Make or... Tank is firing everything into the drone. I'm going to spend a CP for a -1 to hit. Also -1 to hit. It's hitting on 4s with Osa. With rerolls.
Multi-melters.
Multi-misses, you mean?
Let's go!
Oh! Oh, that's a conversion. T9, strength.
10.
3s to wound. 3s to wound with strength 10 monuments.
Let's go!
Uh-oh. Demon, protect me! Oh. 2d6 damage.
2 go through.
Yep. He's dead. Does he explode? Does! Finally gets taken out, but he was amazing. He was so
Wasted
good.
the last.
Boss Marines into the Blight Lords. Librarian supercharge. Bye-bye.
Let's go!
Oh, I got a 6. I felt that. Oh, 3s.
3s.
Okay. Here we go. I'll take 2 ones. Strength 6, T6, and 4s to wound. Ba-bam!
Bam! Rerolling 1s because the lieutenant. Wow, that's so
my
clutch!
God, it worked.
That's so clutch!
What the hell?
Oh, okay. 2. I'll take it.
Not bad.
1 was dev.
AP2, 1 was dev, so 4 up, which I make. D3 mortals. For 1. 5 to the bolters, already hit, and you're getting a few. 5, 6 wounds. 2 ups, made all of them, last one, and you move and take the objective off me, denying my primary, and you manage to storm the hostile objective as well, giving you 5 points of secondary. Oh, you have a last thing to fire.
Lieutenant.
Dev
finish
wounds.
you.
Finish me.
He raises his rifle.
Misses both times.
He is. Dev wound. And him 4 blasts.
2 points of no prisoners, and then 5 points of storm hostile objective as 7 for secondary. And you will get 4 at the end of the battle round. Oh, that is the end of the battle round. Trimming outposts and extend battle lines, death cards on the final turn. We have no battle shocks. We get 4 for primary because you denied me getting extra with those Phobos, an amazing play, as well as getting storm hostile point. We need to take that objective, we need to kill more things, and we're already getting extend battle lines as we push now into the final turn for the Death Guard. Tallyman! Fails. This is going to point at these Phobos and do his mortal wound powers. As we finish the movement phase, we've got to kill those intercessors, make that objective. We failed the advance on the Rhino, so we're just going to go for broke here. Bam! T3 plus 3 mortals on the Phobos.
Wow.
Bam! 6 mortals on the Phobos. So you make 2, so you only lose 2 Phobos. Poxwalker back, which makes my charge a lot easier, which is really big. And now we have the Blight Lords, they're going to fire everything into the Phobos. Hitting on 3s with lethals. Oh, a bunch of 1s though. Phobos on 3s, no cover, and you have 4-ups. Psychic defense 4+, and they got a 4 in there, so 1 Phobos is back on a wound. 4-ups. Babushka. Okay, now you're dead. So he dies again, and then another... So just 2 more. I need a 6-inch charge into that tank to capture the enemy outpost. The Death Guard. Oh, CPU roll. Oh. Yeah! Oh! That was an 8-point swing. That could have come down to the game, and then we're going to charge these Phobos with the Blight Lords. On an 8. Sending it on sustained hits. And we're going to start with the gnarly Lord of Contagion, who's just an absolute monster.
Yes.
It's attacks, lethals, and sustained.
So he's an MVP.
He's a monster. On 2s. And he rerolls a hit roll as well, and that's cocked. That one, he plus those 2. So that many 5-ups, 3 damage apiece on these Phobos. Pain. Ooh, 1 die, 2 die, and the Librarian.
4 of them. Librarian.
4 of them on. Librarian's on a wound with the Blight Lords to fight. Hitting on 3s with rerolls to hit because of the Lord of Contagion. And sustained and lethals. Nice. 3s to wound.
Damn, super dead.
That many on the like the tank here against these Blight Lords who have just come in like a wrecking ball. And he is absolutely wiped out. I did not catch the enemy outpost, unfortunately, but I get 5 points to extend battle lines, and I killed another 2 things, so hopefully I'll get another 8 for primary, as we push down to final turn for the Astartes. Turn 5 for Astartes, osing the tank. They get extend battle lines and secure no man's land. If they kill the Rhino, they might get some more points, but other than that, it's pretty high and dry with the scores. So we'll see if it wipes out the tank, and the final thing that can matter in the game, as you get 5 points to extend battle lines and 2 points to secure no man's land. Ba-da-da-da, the final showdown.
Can we shoot multi-melters?
Minus 1 to hit for a CP.
Rerolling. They're fantastic.
The Rhino is taken out to explode. It does! And it kills some Boxwalkers.
Kills some Boxwalkers.
Decent. 1 Boxwalker. 5 up.
Bluey.
No, the Boxwalker can't die.
I
You
have 2 models
a tank
left.
on a 5 or 7 wounds and 1 lieutenant. I have the unkillable Blight Lords and Typhus. And that is the end of the game. The Death Guard scored out 59 points. Your Death Guard got 59 points. But it seems like the Astartes have snatched the victory from the jaws of defeat. As despite being slaughtered to the man, almost, they scored a very impressive 77 to 59. Thanks for watching. Death Guard were really good on their debut, guys. Really appreciate it. And we'll say quick post-game show. What went well for the Space Marines? I think they just scored a lot of points.
Just points, holding like sticky objectives. I mean, it's Phobos Marines. They're not really there to do damage. You need to be sneaky. You need to try and get points from places, be in all the locations.
Which is what you did. It was a good play.
But MVP for me, man. These Blight Lords, led by this whoever he was horrible.
He was absolutely nasty. The Lord of Contagion, he was an absolute beast. And also the Flamer Drone as well. What went well for the Death Guard, just doing a lot of damage. Could have done way better on my secondary. That kind of cost me the game. Not making that charge at the end was kind of big. A few key moments, not killing that Intercessor early on, him surviving, and then not getting me the early game scores. And the Astartes just had a really good lead, and I couldn't catch up. But thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next one on Shed Gaming.